Hey, this is Kenny from Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you very much for viewing my channel. Please like and subscribe. I sincerely appreciate that. Oh, I gotta show you my Kobe Bryant t-shirt. I'm a huge Laker fan. Gotta show off that t-shirt before I get in my topic. But the topic of this video is the hobby of being an audiophile on the decline, and has it been like that for years? I'll express my opinion near the end of this video, and I'm going to show you some stats from my channel near the end of this video to partially back it up. But I want to ask you, oh, by the way, just because, in my opinion, just because there's been a violent resurgence with the younger generation, that does not mean they're going to translate over to being audiophiles. It's quite possible that a lot of these younger individuals are playing these records on, inexpensive equipment or non-audiophile equipment. Now, there's nothing wrong with them playing those records on that type of equipment. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's fabulous. Just as long as they're enjoying the music, that's the most important thing. Not everybody has to go out and buy this grand and expensive stereo system to enjoy music. But, and also I want to ask this question, actually two questions. The first one is, do you think the hobby of being an audiophile has been or is on the decline? And here's another very important question for those of you who have children, because I have a son. As of the taping of this video, in 2023, he's 30 years old. Matter of fact, I did a video with him on my channel. I'll leave that video in the description below. It was a joy doing that video with him. I love my son tremendously with all my heart. I just don't have the words to express that. But I did a video with my son, and I've been an audiophile since I'm 62 as of the taping of this video in 2023. My son, like I said, my son is 30. I've been an audiophile since, gosh, probably my early 20s. And a lot of people might say, well, it's a hobby that people gravitate to when they're older. I don't think that's the case necessarily, because I was an audiophile in my early 20s. But another question I want to ask you is, for those of you who have children, did they become audiophiles? The ones who are old enough, did they become audiophiles just like perhaps you are? That's another question I want to ask. But when I look at the stats on my channel, it suggests strongly that is a hobby that is, like I said, gravitated to or enjoyed by older individuals. And I think perhaps maybe over the years, recently, maybe last decade and a half, I don't know the time frame, a lot of people get their music or their content from streaming services, and it does not require this grand and big, expensive audiophile system setup. And perhaps that is one of the reasons why, at least I think, the hobby could or has been a little bit on the decline over the years. Just like record buying, let's say in the 70s and 80s, especially in the 70s, maybe early 80s, was huge. And when the CD came in, there was a decline in record sales. Perhaps that affected to some degree the audiophile sales as in terms of the pursuit of being an audiophile. As the as people got their music more and more from digital sources, I was wondering if there was a correlation between that and perhaps the decline of people becoming audiophiles. It's an interesting question. But I'm going to read off to you the stats for my channel. And the stats I'm going to read off to you are my channel. There's many other YouTubers who are audiophiles, and they might have a bigger pool, a bigger audience from the younger generation, but these are my stats, and I'll read them to you. And I'm going to start with the ages of 13 to 17, 0%. The ages of 18 to 24, 3.8%. The ages of 25 to 34, 6.9%. The ages of 35 to 44, 11.9%. So when you look at the ages of 13 to 44, the percentages are very low. Now we're going to get up to 45 to 50. 45 to 54 is 23%, starting to go up. 55 to 64 years of age, 30.2%. That's the biggest percentile range. 55 to 64, 30.2%, and 65 plus 24%. Now you look at these stats. Ages, if you combine the age group of 55 and 64 and 65 plus, that comprises of approximately 54.4% of the people who are gravitating to my channel to listen to content or on reviews on topics of stereo equipment and record collecting. 54.4%. That's pretty huge. 55 and older. But in the younger demographics, it's much less. I'm going to show you the stats on the screen in a minute. I hope you can see them. Also, another important stat I want to bring up. The male audience on my channel is 97.7. The female percent is 2.3. This strongly suggests it's an older male populated hobby. And like I said, the younger generation, as you get younger and younger, gets less and less. But I'm going to show you the percentages on the screen so you can actually see them. I hope you can make it out. I don't know if you can see it in the lighting. But those percentages suggest that it is a hobby that is has a high interest from people 55 and older, at least my audience. So based on that, do you think it's an older person's hobby and it's on the decline? As more and more of us get older, will the hobby become less and less popular because of the new era of streaming and digital options for music lovers? Personally, I think, like I said, just like the album sales of the 70s declined and early 80s, I think people who were heavy into stereo equipment and, being an audiophile, I think that too has declined over the years as well. And it might end up being a niche or niche hobby in our society. But please leave your comments in the comment section below in terms of whether you think it is a hobby on the decline and is an older person's hobby, number one. And number two, those of you who have children or who are audiophiles and your children are older, did they become audiophiles? Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Thank you very much for viewing my channel. God bless, strong love, and peace to all.